Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is a psychiatric self-therapeutic multimedia project to solve the problems, challenges, and obstacles in our lives, as well as the self-improvement process, to reach the high goals and ambitions that we have set for ourselves, as well as those around us. If you would like a brief introduction and brief summary into how we break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains, subseries, and so on and so forth, and analogies, you can check that all out to the previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight through January 2021 and beyond. It will include even the copyright-free music, content live stream schedule, how we break down the live stream into phases of segments and phases, and how long lasts for about like 15 minutes. So if you like all that, it's all over there. You can also check out segment 2 in the previous live streams. I always say this, so the first thing I have to mention is, you can just skip ahead if you're watching this as a VOD on YouTube or so on and so forth on Twitch. And then you can skip the introduction by fast forwarding by about a minute and a half. The second thing I have to mention is also, of course, it's a solve 6-5 override, meaning that we are structurally reorganizing everything. It means that we can use this rule to break all other rules, this system principle, to escape from the system and just be incredibly practical and do whatever we need to do on stream, so long as we meet the objectives that we set for ourselves, the goals. So let's just begin with phase 2 as usual. I want to mention, of course, you can see there's a lot of stuff here today that has to do with refurnishing the room, not refurnishing, but rearranging the room. So let's just dive into segment 4. So phase 2, segment 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 different phases. 7, 4, and 5 has to do with relationships and audio recordings. Thank goodness in yesterday's live stream, if you check that out, we have already talked enough about relationships, and in segment 5, as well as in segment 4, all the media assets that involve voice recordings. So that had to do between the relationships and things we discussed between me and my business partner in vague detail, right? Just privacy, confidentiality. So I just very vaguely, between me and my cousin, between me and my guardians, and me and my friend who had his birthday. So it's just a bunch of different interactions. After that, so all that's covered already. So we can just skip into segment 6. I'm gonna pull up what you see. Here's what you get. Okay, in this particular collage, which is the thumbnail, you can see there's a bunch of crates of just mostly photography of crates of nutritional products we need to get through. We also have a second batch. By the way, that's a second batch. The first one from 2 weeks ago is still here. We have to cover that too today. And at the very top, you have these kind of snapshots outdoors of my buddy's place. He kind of did some home renovations. And then at the very in the middle, we have some philosophical quotes. So once again, we're going to get through that. On the top left-hand corner, you see some collages still. And then down here in the middle, once again, this is kind of like a mass photograph of everything. What we would like to reorient. So that's region B and region F at the very backdrop. There's some changes we need to do because we want to give some things away to someone, my maternal guardian specifically. And in the middle, you see all the collages once again, and the very bottom. So it's just the same thing. Okay, so let's just dive into segment 6, Stoic reflections. There are 2 vices much darker and more serious than the rest: lack of persistence and lack of self-control. I couldn't agree more. This is from Stoic reflections on Instagram. Check out their page. Not my shit, not my stuff. Copyright notice. All right, it's just for them. Now Marcus Aurelius. Again, all this is like the father that I always wanted as I was a kid, and it's what I sought out. Philosophy was my figurative father because my literal father was never there in anything for me. In fact, he would kind of detract from my well-being. It was a danger. It was a danger to the household. So that being said, obviously I've managed to get him through that now. It was difficult, but so that's that. So this is why it's here, and I just want to say, every day I start off with some sort of philosophical quote here. All right, moving on, we have photography now. Segment 7, 4, 5, 6, segment 6, 4, 5, 6 are finished. Segment 7. So here we have, like I said, this is my buddy Proj showcasing what he did. What his house kind of looked like on the side. It used to be tiles, and then now it turned to grass. Oh, this is the other side actually. And then eventually down the line, it seems like it went from grass to looking like this. I mean, went from having tile to looking like that. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't check his message, but I probably will today. Okay, so we can move that aside. That's his kind of home renovation stuff. I want to mention briefly here that there's also this is clearly not home renovation. We have some videos, so I wanted to cover a little bit of music actually. This is a Rainy Chick's cover of Rainy Chiron's cover of Doja Cat and Say So, as well as Doja Cat and SZA's Kiss Me More. So it's not something that I'm very used to because I don't usually listen to city pop. But you know, as you go through different genres, as you're going through particular phases and transitions and experiences in life, and particularly right now, I need something that is going to actually make me happy, even though it's something that I'm gonna have to get used to. It's certainly not the most. It's not my kind of thing yet. So I had to slow it. I had to add reverb, so that it would make it a little bit more pleasing to myself. Because at least for now, I'm not really into, I mean, the original song as much as I would. So that's that. And so you see me, I downloaded it on slow and reverb, and yeah, I'm gonna probably have to upload that onto my phone. Okay, to try and change my attitude, my beliefs, and my behaviors. Okay, let's move on to photography here. So of the room, so you can see, well, basically this is the room that we're in right now. So you see that kind of duplicate. It's a big duplicate of the room. I'm just gonna try to maximize some of these things so we can cover them all at once. So you can see this region B, the kind of like frontal shot. You can see all the safety equipment, all the stuff like on the left hand side. On the right hand side is like some papers, a bag of papers and stuff like that. Uh, and this is region F. Region F at the very backdrop there. So and here's an area shot of region B. Most of it is like workplace materials, some cleaning supplies. You can see some paper towels at the very top. Here's a frontal view of it, an anterior posterior view. Um, so that's all lying on top of a piano, which you can never make out. It's like it's a keyboard. That's what the keyboard is. It's a keyboard underneath. So we're gonna get up in phase 3. I'm gonna showcase this in person, obviously, because it's not the best way to do it. And this is from the angle that I usually start the live stream, so you can sort of compare that. Um, we're also gonna change region F. Region F a little bit needs some, because I don't have enough space to put the supplements anymore in the closet region C1, C2. So we're gonna have to reorient that as well. So that means that this laundry basket might have to go somewhere else. You see it right there. That's kind of like a region F1 or 2, and I have to move that around. So this is where the nutritional products are right now, and where they cannot stay. They cannot stay here. And hold on a second. There's something funny about this, right? I missed some photographs. So if I continue, I put it on region D1 on the photograph, but it was actually yesterday right here on the bed. So region D2, region G1 on the bed. That's why I had to move this. I did a live stream really late yesterday, 2 live streams, one very late yesterday, one in the early morning. So I had to take it off the bed, and this is what it looked like. And these are the gift supplements that I purchased for my colleagues at the workplace. So actually, it's great. It costs $1,000, so $1,240 to be precise. So it's very expensive, but well worth, because I've been working for 4 years. Like, I must have made like 50 grand over these 4 years, and it's really giving me more like 70 grand. But I don't think about it in terms of money there, right? It's more like about the fact that my colleagues are like family to me in a sense. So stag green, white decorative rocks. By the way, this is something that I just want to showcase this because, like I said, I went all over the place just on Friday with my buddy who has his birthday, and one of the places we went to was Rona, and he picked up some rocks. So I got a souvenir rock, a white rock, and this is what he bought. He bought the star green white rock. So that's what he filled up around the house here, and instead of grass, now it's filled with white rock. Okay, we're done all the photography. Jesus, let's get up. Switch to the side. I would show region. I would go into segment 8, which is the last of phase 2, but not a whole lot to do because yesterday I said I already finished everything. So perfect. We need to dive into phase 3. We have 5 minutes. Let's get up, stand up, stand up. So this is region D1, like I said, right? I'll pull up the photographs, right? You can see the photograph right here, region D1, and it was over here yesterday in region G, the bed that I showcased earlier, right? So right here, right, it was on the bed at night, and I got rid of that. Okay, so we need to move this stuff around. So I'm going to just kind of compare everything for now. Here's a before after comparison. That's region D1, that's region D2 over here. So this is the previous week's products and stuff like that, right? And I have to really let it focus. Jesus, man, it's very poor. I shouldn't press the camera. Right. Anyways, I have to get through all that. Region B1 over here, right? So here's region B1, and once again, I'm just gonna pull it up so you can see the comparison. Right. This is basically the before snapshot. So keep this in mind. In the future live streams, we will probably have to remove this around. And then here's region A7, A9, which we can just start off right here with some garbage things to cover. So first of all, these Usana Health Science bars here with this disposable spoons. I'm gonna take this and put it inside. At the very back in region D and D1, there's like this trash box right here, right? So I'll take it out when I go get the groceries today, or when I see my cousin. So I'm gonna take this. It's all garbage. Same thing with this over here. I'm about to talk a little bit about it. So this is just a paper napkin. So I had to try something new with my Bluetooth earpiece. I put a paper towel, paper like Kleenex tissue between the earpiece, so that it doesn't get all that nasty shit like earwax, all that was nasty into it, because I wear this a lot. And then we have this paper towel which I dried it with. Over here is for the device. It's kind of symbolic here because I use this kind of black plastic to cover the selfie screen cam on the phone, so for security reasons. So all this garbage now, I'm going to take this, just kind of scrunch it all up, move it over here to region D1, and say, you know, off stream I'm going to have to sort this out. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it there for now. Probably not the best idea, but okay. What else do we have to do? So these are very small things. Also, here's the rock, right? I was talking about the white rock, white decorative rock. I was talking about it's got this real nice shine to it. Oh god, yeah, but I'll leave it here. I don't know where I'll put it. It's like a souvenir kind of item. I'll have to think about that. So maybe I'll just leave it here for now, souvenir item. I also have to clip my nails, so that's just kind of some boring stuff right there. Now, with regards to the book, this I had to leave this here for quite some time, for like a week. And what I want to do is say that the book is not going to go in there anymore in region A6. What we have to do is turn around to region F and say region E and F, and say somewhere along the lines we have to move the books around here, so that we have to place the books, the reading materials that we have for the business, from region A7 over here, or over here in region F, F12 or E12 or F12. So we have to think about that. So we're going to turn around here. Let's say over to here in region D1. All these Usana Health supplements, the boxes, the crates, instead of putting up there in region C1, C2, we're going to move it over here in region E1, E2. So that means that this laundry basket should probably be put on top or something. I'm not sure how I'm going to get that organized. I also want to turn to region B because the reason why I took so many photographs of this too, as well, in addition to region F, is because region B, underneath here, if you can't tell, is like the piano for the music sheets, right? So actually it's a keyboard that's actually, I put all the stuff here on keyboard and I covered it up with some of this kind of stuff to keep it from getting dusty. But this keyboard, I want to give it over to my maternal guardians, because she's stuck at home unemployed, and I'd really like her to be able to do something aside from just learning. The past week I showcased in a live stream. I shared a lot of resources with her on psychiatry, about therapy, about also music and vocal singing and philosophy. So I'm gonna give her this keyboard because she used to want to be a musician as a kid, and I think that would make her very happy. Alright, so let's start over to region D4. We can't cover everything there in region D1, D2, and D1, so we might have to just move it over here, or right, like I said, to the back here until we can tomorrow morning. What we can cover is here. So here's all the products we have from the previous week, and I have 45 seconds. So in every single one of these, there's about a Usana bar, whole bio bar. So I'm gonna take all of these bio bars and stick out there region C1, C2. We have the soaps, bottles of soap as usual. 3 of these bars, 4 of the bars, 3 of these soaps, and the syringes. So I'm gonna put it all in one bag and then give it to my guardians, and then because they're my clients. And then here finally, but these are my bottles of Cell Essentials and stuff like that, and Biomega. So I'm gonna move these all up also in region C1, C2, and then we'll find the bags that I need, and I'll keep it for stock. So that's everything we can cover for now, and we'll continue this again either later today, but most likely